following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports.
And the Fond du Lac Cardinals have snapped Kimberly's 70-game winning streak.
The right side, he's got a lot of space, and there's the speed. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. That's another Fond du Lac touchdown.
Radio Plus Sports, recognized by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association in their awards for excellence as the best in high school sports play-by-play in the state.
Out of the veer on the left-hand side to the races. 40, he's gone. 30, 20, touchdown. Spring.
There he goes. He has the first down and then some. The 20, the 10. It's another Fond du Lac touchdown.
This broadcast is sponsored by the following local partners.
Bristol Morgan Bank, Taco Bell, BCI Burke,
Marian University, New Medical Center, Radom & Stone and Landscape,
Baker Cheese, Hopper Silkscreen and All-Star Trophy, National Exchange Bank and Trust,
Everson and Gibbs, Attorneys at Law, Bob's Pizza, AirTech, your Edward Jones Financial Advisors,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Musa Sheet Metal, Addison Jones Real Estate,
Quest Interiors, Anders Auto Parts, Right Way Home Improvement,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Scotty's Auto Works, Integrity Saw and Tool,
Pioneer Pit Stop, Spectrum Call Center, Pizza Ranch,
Camera Casino, Holiday Automotive, Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry,
Bauer Chiropractic, Silica for your home, the Fond du Lac Credit Union,
Moraine Park Technical College, Ledgevest Financial, Fondy Family Dental.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Welcome on out to Deforest, Wisconsin, as I'm Johnny Sant for the Radio Plus broadcast of St. Mary Springs football here on a fantastic Friday evening, as we are in the Level 4 Division 6 football in the state tournament. As we see tonight, we will see St. Mary Springs Academy taking on the Redbirds from Darlington, which should be a fun one as you're entering the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. And we got a good one here tonight. Both teams have seen each other once this season, and that was a 20-6 loss for the Redbirds as St. Mary Springs pounded the ground and did quite well in that game. But taking a look at this game tonight, we take a look at both sides in this point of the playoffs. We're starting with St. Mary Springs, who won a game one in the playoff run. So we're taking a look at the playoff run by a score of 38-0 after they traveled, and then they traveled to Cedar Grove, Belgium, and won again over Cedar Grove. So the first game they won against Ozaki 38-0, and then beat Cedar Grove, Belgium 31-14. And they haven't stopped, as last week they took down the number 1 seeded St. Joseph's in Kenosha. And once again, this was an easy game for them as they won 29-6. And that brings us here as it is a rematch of week 2 of the football season, where the Ledgers won in Darlington 20-6. Levi Hempner had a big game as in the contest, as he had 2 touchdowns in the run game and 1 receiving. The lone Redbird to score was off the block kick by Carter Murray, and he was able to take it back to the house. But the offense for the Redbirds was only able to muster up 181 yards with no tutties. And meanwhile, St. Mary Springs was able to put up 314 yards with 3 touchdowns. Now taking a look at the other side, we'll look at the Redbirds as they took down Benton, Scales Mound, and Schellsburg in Level 1 of the playoffs, winning 41-0. And then in Level 2, they took on Mondovi and beat them by a score 32-6. And finally in Level 3, the Redbirds took down Cuba City, and once again winning 38-7. So a lot of separation in the scores, a lot of big scores for both sides. And a lot of offense is what we should expect tonight. And scoring in the last contest for the Redbirds was Braden Davis and Easton Evanstad. And they were both able to find pay dirt 2 times in the game. The pass defense also looked sharp for the Redbirds, as they were able to get 3 interceptions in the contest, as they will have their work cut out for them tonight against the Ledgers. And a fun game here, as the Ledgers have been a force all season long and just no signs of slowing down. I believe their last loss was against Mayville, and they've been really good since then in the regular season. So we'll keep it moving, and we'll just keep on moving, as I believe, do we have an interview tonight? And we will send it to the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. And sponsored by Fondy Family Dental. Fondy Family Dental is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They see all ages, patients in a happy and honest setting. Schedule an appointment today, so we'll send it over to the interview and be right back here for Radio Plus in a few moments.
Chronic joint pain. It's all you think about. It prevents you from doing the things you love, like playing with your kids and grandkids, golfing, going for a walk, or just trying to tie your shoes. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Julie B. I was treated at the New Medical Center for my left knee. So before the injection, I had pain when I wanted to walk 2 times a day. Now I can do those 2 walks down to the river with my dog without any problems whatsoever. My pain is gone. For anyone who's experiencing the knee pain or even a possible knee surgery, I would definitely check out this place. The injection really worked well for me, and I think it can work for you.
Go to newmedicalctr.com. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com. Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors: Dan Sprader, Kathleen Taves, Patrick Ellistad, Matt Moses, Jeff Will, Ben Beercheek, and Pam Tollefson. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Motor repair and replacement, pumps, pulleys and belts, barn fans, distribution of Milwaukee tools, and more. With convenient locations in Oshkosh, Waupun, and Fond du Lac, WW Electric Motors are your trusted local business for electrical and mechanical apparatus services. Just like our area teams go, WW Electric Motors can make it go too. Over 65 years in the area.
At W&W Electric Motors.
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 Cents for the Future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on, bristolmorganbank.com.
Have you ever said, I wish I could retire, but I can't because I need the health insurance? If so, then you need to attend our next Gable Insurance Seminar Thursday, November 18th at the Fond du Lac Radisson to learn how you can retire now with little or no premium. Register today at GableINS.com. That's GOEBELINS.com or call 921-7526. Gable Insurance, helping you retire now.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Shepherd of the Hills Catholic School in Eden is a faith-centered community that carries on the tradition of outstanding Catholic education and values.
Shepherd of the Hills provides academic excellence as well as social, emotional learning and support for my daughter's mind, body, and spirit.
Log on sothparish.org. That's sothparish.org. Shepherd of the Hills Catholic School. It's closer than you think.
Welcome back to DMB Stadium here in Deforest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp once again for Radio Plus Sports. And we had some technical issues with the coaches, Fondy Family Coaches Dental Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. And we just had some issues over here on our end, but we'll just skip it and head right to the Moraine Technical College keys of the game. Moraine Technical College offers more than 100 career areas and will help you prepare for your future. So taking a look at the keys of the game, here's what I got down for this evening on a fine November evening. A little bit chilly, had some sleet and mixture of rain and snow on the way down, but we're here and nonetheless. So for St. Mary's Springs, the key is going to be keep the ball on the ground and keep the clock running. It has worked well for them so far. Nobody's been able to stop it, as we will see that split backfield from Coach Bob Highland. And as we know, it's been very dominant all season long, and they're looking to continue that as we head into this Level 4 matchup of the WIAA playoffs for Division 6. But then for Darlington, it's going to be pretty much the opposite of what I just said for Springs, as it will be force King to throw the ball, which means trying to get him in third and long situations is what they're going to be looking for. Defense is going to have to make some turnovers. They did well in the last game, but they're going to have to get some more turnovers here tonight as we have a tough one in the Level 4 of this playoffs. And neither side, or both sides, have seen each other. Once again, I mentioned that prior to this game, as they've seen each other, and that was in week 2 when Darlington took the loss to St. Mary's Springs 20-6. And St. Mary's has been cooking since then and just really been a really good team, even with the amount of injuries that they've had on their roster. As you're listening to the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show, and we will just change it over to the Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report, brought to you by Bauer Chiropractic. Got pains, or Bauer Chiropractic, got pains, see Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer, Bauer Chiropractic, voted Fond du Lac's favorite chiropractor in a recent Reader's Choice poll. And Springs has their laundry list of injuries, as it actually, we see them getting ready over on our right side of the field, and they're just running through some plays, and we see a couple players in the shorts. And for the other side, Darlington also looks like they have a couple players out, but it shouldn't really affect the game, as I think both teams stayed healthy in their last contest and are looking to keep things going here as we wait on. And we will take a quick commercial break and be back here for Radio Plus Sports.
Doyle Kelly Dental, the name this area is trusted to bring smiles for over 50 years. Dr. Kathy Doyle and Dr. Aaron Cole continue this exceptional care with staff who go the extra mile to make sure you're comfortable throughout your entire appointment.
Hello, this is Dr. Aaron Cole. I'm excited to be working in my hometown alongside Dr. Kathy and the team at Doyle Kelly Dental. I will continue making your smile my first priority. I'm in the office 5 days a week and serving you until 7 p.m. on Mondays. I'm accepting patients now at FondulacsMiles.com.
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 cents for the future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on, bristolmorganbank.com.
Welcome back to Deforest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp here on the call for Radio Plus Sports as we hit the 6:36 mark, and we are still in the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We'll take a look at the starting rosters for both sides. We'll look at the offensive side for Darlington as we will take a peek at their line of scrimmage. And we'll start with the right tackle, and he stands in at 6'1", 258 pounds. He's a junior, and that will be Barrett Veith, wearing the number 77 jersey. Then at right guard, wearing the number 52 jersey, standing in at 6'3", 218 pounds, a senior, Ethan Hendrickson. Taking a look in the middle of the line, we see number 71 standing at 6'1", 257, and a junior. His name's Wyatt Davis, and he'll be playing center here tonight. Now for the left guard for the Redbird team, we will see a 5'10" junior weighing in at 251 pounds, wearing the number 58 jersey, and that's Max McGuire. And then finally, to close it out, over on the left tackle side, we see a 6'201" senior wearing the number 73 jersey, Wiley Zaceda. And that will be the line for the Redbirds. Now taking a look out wide, we're going to see a couple receivers on this unit. They have 2 listed, and standing in at 6'2", 173, a senior, wearing the number 3 jersey is Hunter Hardiman. He stands in at 6'2", 173 again, and he will be one of the receivers on this unit. The other receiver is going to stand in at 6'3", 191, a tight end and linebacker, as he stands in, or he is a junior, and he wears the number 16. He's Carver Fitzsimmons. So he will be playing that tight end receiver position, and that's Carver Fitzsimmons over on the wide side as well. Taking a look up the middle, some power coming through this offense as we see a fullback listed, standing at 6'1", 183, a senior, wearing number 11. That will be Brady Horn. And then finally, the running back for this squad will be 5'4", 170, in a sophomore, 170 pounds, a sophomore, wearing number 22, Braylon Goebel. And then finally, their quarterback will be a 5'11", 174 senior, wearing the number 10, and that'll be Braden Davis. So that's your starting lineup for the Redbirds. And then taking a look at the other side, we're going to look at the defense as they expect to come out first, as we will see a senior standing at 6 foot, 245 pounds, playing D-line. That's Cooper Bulow. Also across the line will be a junior standing at 6'4", 170. Defensive lineman wearing the number 54, Tom Kaufman. On the defensive line, a senior, 6'2", 245, wearing the number 65, or number 63 jersey rather, and that's Tony Yogers. And then finally a D-tackle wearing the number 12, standing at 6'2", 190, and that's going to be Chuck Keeble. And that will be the defensive line. Now taking a look at the linebackers position, it looks like they got 2 marked, and we will see the 11 foot, 5'5", 120, and that's going to be Jorge Moreno, excuse me, as he was listed as a starting linebacker for this unit. And then their other linebacker is going to be a senior standing at 5'11", 175, wearing the number 5 jersey, Isaac Highland. And taking a look out wide, and in the backfield we see a senior standing in at 5'10", 165, wearing the number 4. Of course, that's James Bone. And then taking a look at the defensive back once again, we will see a junior standing at 6'3", 170, and that's going to be number 8, Gavin Jans. Also in the defensive back position will be a senior standing at 6'1", 175, wearing number 11. That's Nate Miller. And then to close it out, we will see, that should just about do it actually. Actually we have one more, and that will be a defensive back as well, a junior standing at 6'2", 170 pounds, and that's Josiah Mowell. And we will see that for the defensive unit, and it should be a fun one as we get this game going here in a few moments. But we'll take a quick step aside once again and be back for the Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff, as you just got your Baker Cheese starting lineup. Start your new career at Baker Cheese today. Visit bakercheese.com and find out how you can apply today. So we'll take a quick commercial break and be right back after the anthem.
Muthig Industries in Fond du Lac would like to wish your local high school sports teams best of luck in the playoffs. Muthig Industries is one of the area's top full-service manufacturers of precision metal stampings, laser cutting, production machining, and turning, tool and die manufacturing, and custom metal fabrication products. Muthig Industries is a third-generation family-owned company since 1965. Muthig Industries is now hiring for brake press operators, CNC machinists, and general laborer positions. To apply, visit MuthigIndustries.com. Muthig Industries, 33 East Larson Drive, Fond du Lac.
When you hire the attorneys at Everson & Gibbs LLC, you're getting more than professional representation. Their partners are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Whatever your legal needs or questions, Everson & Gibbs LLC has you covered. Practicing business law, personal injury, estate planning, probate and guardianships, and real estate. They work closely with their clients to provide exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Give them a call at 920-922-7113. or head to eversonandgibbs.com.
Capelli Brothers & Dietrich is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Capelli Brothers & Dietrich, founded in 1948, they provide the highest quality of workmanship to all of their clients at very competitive prices. They've completed numerous construction projects, including manufacturing plants, commercial establishments, churches, healthcare facilities, schools, and many various types of remodeling projects. Log on to CapelliDietrich.com. Capelli Brothers and Dietrich, a proud sponsor of high school sports.
If you're looking for a job where you play an important role in your company and work in a supportive team environment, join Spectrum today. As a customer service representative, you'll represent the nation's fastest growing TV, internet, and voice company and help bring Spectrum services to the communities we serve. We offer a competitive salary, best-in-class benefits, complimentary services, paid training, and excellent opportunities for growth and advancement. Interested? Go to jobs.spectrum.com today.
Are you looking for an exciting career change? Join the team at Michaels Corporation. Michaels is currently hiring for multiple shop positions in the Brownsville location.
Heavy-duty truck mechanic, light truck mechanic, trailer mechanic, agricultural mechanic, and shop assistant.
Members of the Michaels team enjoy competitive wages and generous benefits, as well as in-house programs that promote continuous education and career advancement. Collaborate with like minds, connect with your community, construct your future. Apply at michaelscareers.us.
Welcome back to DMB Stadium here in DeForest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp and here for Radio Plus. And we got a fun one here tonight as the Redbirds take on the Ledgers in Level 4 Division 6 playoffs as we get ready for a Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff from doors and gutters to roofs and siding. Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home project today. Contact Right Way Home Improvement for your free estimate. Call 929-8999 or visit rightwaybuilt.com. So we have our Right Way opening kickoff coming up here as we're going to see the offense from the Ledgers come up first, as this one will be booted down the field. And it's going to roll past and go out the back of the end zone. And it's going to be a touchback, and that'll put the ball right at the 20-yard line. Or 25, rather, to get things going. So we will see the Ledgers offense come out onto the field, as it will be at the 20-yard line, so excuse me for that. And we will see what Bob Highland has to cook up here tonight, as it should be a fun one. As we have split backfield once again for King. He puts one receiver to each side. And now puts a man in motion. That's going to be Hempner as he's going to pitch this one off and taking it over to the right side. And some positive running room. Doesn't look like it's going to be a gain of much. I believe it was Highland on the carry there. And that'll bring up a second down and long.
Highland on the carry. Brought down by Ethan Eversett. Lots of two in the play. Second and 12.
So it'll be a loss of 2 as we'll have a second and 12. And we'll have to see what Springs comes out with, as they're going to show 2 receivers out, or actually a wing in there and a receiver out to the right. And once again, the split backfield. This King's going to hand this one off. Now running off the left tackle, and not much running room again, as there is a swarm of Redbirds on the field, and it's going to be taken down. As it's Isaac Highland on the carry once again. So that'll bring up a third down, and now this is where I said in the keys of the game that the Redbirds need to push is going to be the 3rd and longs if they want to find a win in this one here tonight. Because this offense for the Ledgers has been very good, and they continue to be good. As we see one receiver out wide to the right and a wing in there as well. And we split backfield for King as he takes a snap. He's going to look for the pass, throw it. His hand's going to get batted, and this one will drop down. So that'll be a 3 and out for the Ledgers. And they're going to have to go to the punt unit, as it is a 4th and 8. And the punt unit will come out. So punting now for the Ledgers, as they just could not get a drive going. It looks like 2 receivers downwind rather, for the Redbirds, as this one will be booted up into the air and taken in just beyond the 45, now past the 50 into the near sidelines and up to the 45 of the other side on the Ledgers. So a decent return there. And a 1st and 10 coming up as we will see Mr. Braden Davis come out on the field. Stands in once again at 5'11", 174. And he is a senior on this Redbird roster. Redbirds wearing their all black and gray with red numbering, and white trim on their jerseys. And then the Ledgers are wearing their white tops and blue bottoms with blue numberings on those jerseys. We're going to get a wishbone offense. It's going to be handed off and now taken up, and plenty of running room, as this will be a good gain for the Redbirds. As we see Goebel there with a big carry, and that's going to be about a gain of 6, and it'll bring up 2nd and 4. As we will see a 2nd and 4. And wishbone offense once again for Mr. Davis as he calls across his line, trying to get some things organized. As he works under center, takes a snap. He's going to hand this one off, and once again, it'll be Goebel on the carry, and he's going to take it close, and it looks like the sticks are going to be tilted and maybe go. Not yet. And it might be a 3rd and 1. Not even. Maybe half a yard for a Redbird 1st down. So it's a 3rd and 1 for the Redbirds. As it's once again a wishbone. No receivers out there. Taking the snap, now handing it off, and some positive running room. And that'll be good enough for a 1st down. So a big carry there. And just looking good and looking sharp is Easton Evanstead. Or Evenstead. So Darlington will get the 1st down and moving the chains as they're playing some good football to open this one up and continue to do so. As we will see Davis go under center, takes the snap, now is going to hand this one off once again. And this one will be stopped up by a pack of Ledgers. So it will be a 2nd down.
People on the stop, gain one on the play, 2nd and 9.
So I'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Redbirds. They did just get that 1st down, but are looking to try to get some more. As it will be a 2nd and 9 with the ball. And now it'll be handed off and taken up the middle, and a decent run there, but that'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 5 on the call. So 3rd and 5 coming up as the Redbirds break the huddle and look to get things going. Once again, Davis under center as he is trying to get this 3rd down conversion. Takes snap, is going to hand this one off. Or rather taking himself out around the outside, and he's going to try to find some positive yards, and it's going to be close. It looked like it'll be short. As we see St. Mary's flock to the situation, and Davis just had no running room as the ball is placed on the 25. But we do have a penalty, and that's a face mask. And that one's going to go against St. Mary's, so the ball will move up, and this will be right 1st and goal for the Redbirds as they try to find the 1st points of the game. So Darlington gets a 1st and 10. After that face mask penalty call, and they're going to try to get things going as we will see once again Davis work under center, working from the left hash this time as he's going to take the snap. He's going to hand this one off straight up the middle, and not a ton of running room there as there was a bunch of Ledgers, and that'll bring up a 2nd down. So they're not even going to give a yard there. A good stand by the Ledgers And that will bring up a second down, and it looks like it's going to be a gain of... Or it's going to be 2nd and 10 once again. As we see Davis go under center. Davis takes a snap. He's going to hand this one off over to the right side and running. Once again, bunch of ledgers there. And a gain of about 2. And that'll bring up a third down. So 3rd and 8 coming up. As the Redbirds are going to try to find something. Ledgers are going to try to prevent it, but nonetheless, it's been a good drive for the Redbirds as they continue on. They run that Davis under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand this one off. Now running to the right side and finding some room and going to score. And there will be your first touchdown as we see Evenstad with a big touchdown. So touchdown Redbirds as Evenstad runs in from about, I don't know, a little bit over like 8 yards. And a beautiful run there from Mr. Easton Evenstad as he finds the first score of the ball game here at 6 minutes in quarter number 1. So it should be they're going to go for 2 here, it looks like. As we see Davis under center, he's going to hand this one off. Now running to the right side, running outside, and going to find some room. And they're going to get it, as that'll be a 2-point conversion. And Evenstad once again was the big man, and it'll be the Redbirds leading 8-0 over the Ledgers here in DeForest, Wisconsin. We'll be right back for Radio Plus Sports.
Are you looking for an exciting career change? Join the team at Michaels Corporation. Michaels is currently hiring for multiple shop positions in the Brownsville location.
Heavy-duty truck mechanic, light truck mechanic, trailer mechanic, agricultural mechanic, and shop assistant.
Members of the Michaels team enjoy competitive wages and generous benefits, as well as in-house programs that promote continuous education and career advancement. Collaborate with like minds, connect with your community, construct your future. Apply at michaelscareers.us.
Welcome back to DeForest, Wisconsin. Easton Evenstad, the one to score and add 2 more at 6 minutes on an 8-yard carry for a score, as that will be the first points of this playoff game. And they're looking good as we get the kickoff, and this one will be taken in by the Ledgers, and now running up past the 20, now to the 25, looking to cut across the field, finding some room, and bringing it out to the 30-yard line. And no further there. It looks like James Bone on the return. And that'll be a 1st and 10 for now the Ledgers, as they went 3 and out in their first drive. As we wait on, and we will see Colin King and his offense come out as they work the split backfield once again. One receiver out to the left, takes a snap, hands this one off. And not a ton of running room there, as once again there's a big flock of Redbirds in their black jerseys today as they're playing downhill defense. And not much running room there for Highland. So it'll be a gain of 3 for Highland as it's a 2nd and 7. And we will see what Colin King comes out with. He puts one receiver out to the right, now hands this one off and stuffing right up the middle again. Just not a lot of open lanes for the St. Mary's Ledgers team, as they're going to get a gain of 2 there. Levi Hempner on the carry, and he was a big notable back in the game on the regular season, as it'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Ledgers. So 3rd and 5 coming up for the Ledgers, as they're going to put one receiver out to each side. They're going to have a wing in there as well. As we see King go under center, he's going to work with the wishbone, or rather a split defense, but we're going to get a false start. And it looks to be against, or rather, it's going to be against St. Mary's, it appears, and it will be against St. Mary's. And that's going to hurt this drive as we wait on to try to see this Ledger offense get going. So King jogs back out as he's got a long field to work with once again. As he's got a 3rd and 10. He's got receivers each side in the split backfield. Downhill look for the Redbirds as he takes a snap, drops back, looks downfield, throws this one, and this one will be incomplete. Thrown over the reach of Josiah Mowell. And that'll bring up a 4th down and a 4th and 10. So likely a punt situation coming out once again for the Ledgers, as this will be their second 3 and out of the night. Something we haven't seen a lot this season. And Bob Highland and that unit's going to have to look to fix something as the punt unit does come out once again. It'll be a snap, it'll be a hold, and the kick is up in the air. And it looks to be played on right about the 37. It's going to be reversed and now taking it back, or rather kept on the fake pitch, and now running down the near sidelines past the 40 to the 30 and now to the 20, 10, 5, and touchdown. Touchdown Redbirds, as we see the Darlington team come back with the ball running along the far sideline, and another score for them in the early going. And not sure on. So it was Braden Davis, the quarterback, who ran that one in. So a beautiful run back there for Mr. Davis as Darlington adds another. And it will be another 2-point conversion. As we wait on, it will be pitched off. It looks to be ran into the end zone, and they will find pay dirt again. Evenstead once again for the 2-point conversion, and a huge 65-yard kick or punt return for Braden Davis leads to an Evenstead 2-point conversion, and Darlington coming out red hot in this one. We'll take a quick commercial break and be right back for Radio Plus Sports.
The road working towards financial security can be long. It seems like there are many paths you can take, and not all of them are clearly marked. LedgeVest Financial is here to help guide you on your financial pathway. Our team gets to know you before tailoring a plan to meet your exact needs. LedgeVest Financial, proudly serving Fond du Lac with over 50 years of combined financial industry experience. Go to LedgeVestFinancial.com or call 920-581-5700.
Welcome back to Deforest, Wisconsin, as we saw the punt return from Mr. Davis, and Evenstead added 2 on the back end of that play, and the Darlington Redbirds are red hot out of the start as they lead 16-0. As this one will be booted down the field, it'll be played on by St. Mary's, taking it past the 15, now past the 20, over to the 25, right down the middle, and finding running room to the 50. Now breaking the tackle, James Bone, he'll be dropped down at the 36. And a big return there for the Ledgers to come back and respond to the Davis 65-yard return. So the Ledgers still have a lot of things going, are looking to keep things going, as they just keep on moving on. As they've had 2 3-and-out drives, and they're looking to change that. So we see King come out with a receiver to each side, split backfield. He's going to hand this one out for Hefner. Hefner running to the right side, good stiff arm, and he's going to get up for about a 1st down. So another good run there. So a lot of offense coming out of the early going, as another 1st down means moving the chains, presented by Addison Jones Real Estate. Call Addison Jones at 923-4433. Then call the movers. So St. Mary's Springs coming out with a punch after the big return by James Bone. And we'll see Cullen King come out on the right hash, taking the snap, now handing this one off over to Hefner, running to the right side and finding a few yards there, and that will bring up a 2nd down. And about 2nd down and probably 6. So it'll be 2nd and 5. Excuse me, a little bit premature on my call. But once again, the offensive Ledgers just coming back after the big score from the special teams of Darlington, and taking the snap, now handing it off. And not much running room there as a big stop. Highland on the carry, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And a 3rd and probably 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
So we'll have to see what the Ledgers come out with, as they have had a good offense all season. Darlington seems to be right on top of them, though, in the early going tonight, as we see 2 receivers out to the left, and under center is Cullen King. As he takes the snap, he's going to hand this one off. And some positive running room, but it's not going to be enough. Isaac Highland with another gain of about 2. And that'll bring up a 4th down, as Brady Horn was the one making the tackle for the Redbirds. And this will bring up a big 4th and 2, as we see King stay out on the field along with his offensive unit. Looks like Mao came out with them. And they're going to have to try to pick up this 4th and 2, but the Redbirds are going to try to prevent it, obviously, as we see Mao go out to the right side and James Bone over onto the left. And a split backfield for King as he takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off over to Highland. And it's going to be close. It looks to be good enough. We'll have to get an official spot. It's going to be very close, as the chains have not moved yet. As we will wait to see if they're going to bring it out. So they're going to bring it out. We'll have to see where the tip of the ball is and the chain, as the ball is just inside, probably at the 17, like the nose is right at the 17-yard line. And the chain unit will come walking out along with the official. And we're going to get a measurement here, as that 4th and 2 is very close. Highland almost got there. As we extend on, it looks to be close. As we get the full extension, and it's going to be short. So that'll be a turnover on downs, and Darlington will take back over with a 1st and 10 and the ball on their own 17. So definitely a surprise here in the first quarter, as I thought it was going to be good for a 1st down, and we were going to see the Ledgers come on out and find a score themselves, but nonetheless, they come up a little bit short. And just enough, as we see Davis take the snap, hand it off, or rather fake the handoff, throw downfield, and a wide open receiver that's going to miss, as Easton Evenstad was wide open. And almost caught St. Mary Springs off guard. And Darlington just continuing to be a force on the offensive side and the defensive side. And they're playing quite well right out of the gate, as we're seeing kind of a slower start from St. Mary's, as once again working on center is Braden Davis. And he's probably going to hand this one off as he looks to keep it himself. Now running over to the left guard side, and he's going to take it up for about a gain of 5, maybe a little bit more. Gain of 6, and he'll bring up a 3rd and 4. So it'll be a 3rd and 4. As we wait on, we'll see what the Redbirds come out with here. If they're going to go pass or they're going to run it. As we see heavy pressure coming from the Ledgers, it'll be a handoff up the middle, and now running room once again, and plenty of it, breaking a few tackles, and now spinning out and taking it past the 50, now staying on his feet and over to the 40, and just continues to rumble, and that will be Braylon Goebel. So a huge carry there for Braylon Goebel, as he brings it down inside the 40 to the 35. And not a lot of answer here from Ledgers, as Darlington just keeps on pounding the ground and making things happen. So 1st and 10 once again on the 35, as we see Davis go under center. He's going to hand this one off to his fullback, and there's going to be plenty of running room once again now inside the 20-yard line, as Brady Horn was with the big carry, and that will bring up a fresh 1st and 10. As High School Sports Today is presented on Radio Plus Info, presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors, David Sprader, Kathleen Tavies, Patrick Elstead, Matt Moses, Jeff Willis, Ben Berchi, and Pam Tollefson. Edward Jones makes sense of investing, as we see Braden Davis go under center. As he takes the snap, he's going to hand this one off over to the right side. Running pass now inside the numbers and taking it down to just about the 5-yard line. Evenstad once again with a very good carry. And that'll bring up a 2nd down. or rather it'll be a first down. And first and goal for Darlington. Working from the 6-yard line, taking the snap now, handing it off, running right up the middle, now actually to the outside, and a good run. And there's another touchdown as we see Braden Davis keep the ball on the QB keeper and find another touchdown. So an absolutely electric first quarter from these Redbirds in the Level 4 playoffs, as Darlington has been all over the board. And extra point opportunity. Looks like once again they're going to go for the 2-pointer as the wishbone offense comes back out. And Davis will take the snap. He's going to roll out to his right side, look downfield. It's going to be a QB option. He'll keep it. So Davis scores with no time left in the quarter and then hits the 2-point conversion with no time left in quarter number 1. But the Darlington Redbirds red hot here as they lead 24-0. And we'll be right back here for Radio Plus Sports.
Motor repair and replacement, pumps, pulleys and belts, barn fans, distribution of Milwaukee tools, and more. With convenient locations in Oshkosh, Waupun, and Fond du Lac, WW Electric Motors are your trusted local business for electrical and mechanical apparatus services. Just like our area teams go, WW Electric Motors can make it go too. Over 65 years in the area.
At W&W Electric Motors.
Welcome back to Deforest, Wisconsin, as we see Darlington coming out and absolutely throwing punches here in this first half as they lead 24-0 in the early going against the Ledgers. Ledgers have not been able to find it. They went 3-and-out, 3-and-out, and then on their last drive they came up inches short and a turnover on down, so just not a very good start for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers as they look to try to keep this season alive, but the field seems to be a little bit tilted towards the Darlington Redbirds. So kickoff coming up from Darlington as they were the last ones to score it. Again, we saw Davis on about a 7-yard carry, probably less. I just marked it 7 yards, but nonetheless a good carry from Davis, and that gets with a 2-point conversion, gives the 24-0 scoreboard in favor of Darlington. So kickoff now here for the Redbirds, as this one will be booted downfield. Low kick screaming down the field. It'll be fielded at the 15, now taken up to the 20, and running right up the middle. Plenty of running room, and going to get it out to just about the 38 and drop down there as we see Bone on the carry once again, or on the return. So it'll bring up a 1st and 10. Or rather, it'll be a little bit further than 38. I was a little bit off there. Or it'll be actually I was pretty close, 38. I was looking at the wrong numbers there. As ball will be on the 38-yard line. Split backfield once again for King. 2 receivers out to his right as he puts a man in motion over to the side, and that's Hempner. He's going to pitch this one off, and now running over to the right side is Highland as he's going to cut a few back, and now cut back across the field. Isaac Highland going to find some yards as he brings it into the Darlington 45. And a good carry there for Isaac Highland, as he does the nice cutback, runs over to the numbers on the right side, and then cuts her right back up the middle and tries to scream one right down the middle. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for St. Mary Springs. As this broadcast is brought to you by LK Interior Systems, as LK Interior Systems now hiring Fond du Lac. Want a flexible start time? They can work with you. They have several positions opening. Text 25000 to LK, that's ELKAY, or apply online at lkinteriorsystems.com. As the fake pitch, King looks downfield over to the right side. Hempner on there, and that one's going to be intercepted. So a big interception there for Darlington, as that ball was a little bit underthrown. And Darlington continues to dominate as Goebel once again, as he's been the big man in this game, as he had a huge carry in the last drive, and they just continue to torture this offense of the Ledgers as they're already up 24-0. And They will see a 1st and 10 for Braden Davis after the interception. As 4 men on the line for the Ledgers, as now it'll be handed off. Looks like Evenstead on the carry as he's going to take it up for a gain of a couple and bring it up to the 15-yard line, maybe a little bit more. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 5. So 2nd and 6 will be the official call on the field. As we see the Darlington Redbirds continue to dominate. Big interception there once again by Goebel. And they just cannot stop right now. As taking the snap, now handing this one off once again. And almost breaking through is a good carry. It looks like Evenstead once again. And that'll move the chains. So a fresh 1st and 10. As Darlington continues to dominate in this level 4 of the Division 6 playoffs. We see Davis go under center as he takes a look over to the sideline, checks on things across the field, and now he will work under center, takes a snap, working right in between the hashes, now running room a couple yards there. As it'll be about a gain of 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd down. Goebel once again on the carry. So 2nd and 8 coming up for the Redbirds as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Ball right at the 30 or 25 rather. As we see Davis go under center. Davis takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off to his fullback, and now plenty of running room right up the seam, and just continues to pound the ground and keeps going past the 50. And on the as Brady Horn on the big carry, and now brings it into Ledger territory at the 48. And that'll bring up a fresh 1st and 10 once again for the Redbirds. So Darlington just keeps on pounding that ground and just finding positive yards, in St. Mary's Springs having their work cut out for them. So they're showing 3-4 as they take the snap. Now this one will be handed off. It looks like Evenstead on the carry. He's going to find some yards past the 40 and bring it down to the 38. So another good run there for Evenstead. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 1 after they just got that 1st down for Brady Horn. So 2nd and 1 coming up in a very good, sharp-looking Redbird team. Definitely different than the team we saw week 2, as taking the snap and now handing it off over to Evenstead, who's running outside and trying to cut around the tackle. It looks like he'll get a gain of nothing, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. So 3rd and 1 coming up. We see Braden Davis jog to the sideline, get to play. And he's going to get ready for a big 3rd and 1 here, as his offense has been red hot to get it going. As we wait on, working from the right hash now is Davis. As he goes, I believe he's working on the pistol here as he takes, going to take a timeout. And we'll take a quick step aside here for Radio Plus Sports. But once again, Darlington leads 24-0. And we'll be right back here in a moment.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Welcome back to DeForest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp here. As we see Darlington leading 24-0 out of the opening quarter. Or actually just open things up. Really, we're in the 2nd quarter of football, but it hasn't seemed that long. As we see the Redbirds jog back out onto the field. 2 backs in there for Davis as well as a fullback. As he's got a 3rd and 1 here, he's going to take snap, hand this one off over to Evenstead. Evenstead's going to cut through a few tackles and get another first down. So that'll be a 1st and 10 once again for this Darlington team, who has been red hot here out of the opening gates. So Darlington continues to cook as they have the ball on the 34 with a fresh 1st and 10. One receiver out to the right and none to the left, and it's faking the handoff at Braden Davis. So keep it as he's going to get it past the 30 and be brought down just about the 27, maybe 28. So another good carry there for the Redbirds, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 4. As this is a totally different team from week 2, as I mentioned. As we see the Redbirds come back out. Davis once again working under center. He's got an I formation in the backfield. He works with one receiver out to his left. As he's going to take the snap, fake the handoff, and take it himself, working around the outside over towards the numbers, but a good stop there by Isaac Highland. As that will bring up a 3rd down. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 5 after Davis lost a yard there. So a good stop by Isaac Highland. But a 3rd and 5. Now this is a big stop for the Ledgers if they can get this one here. And it's going to be desperately needed as we have 6:11 in the first half. Once again, I formation for Davis as he goes back under center. He's going to work with one receiver out to his left. And it looks like he's got a couple wings in there as well along that line of scrimmage. He takes a snap. He's going to hand this one off on the sweeper. And Evenstead's going to get stopped as he'll bring it up to the 29. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So that's a big stop there for St. Mary Springs. And whether Darlington keeps their offense out, likely they do, as that would be a long field goal opportunity. And you would think if they can get a stop here, this may turn the tides a little bit in favor of the Ledgers. So 4th and 5. As we see Davis working once again as he works with 2 receivers out to his right and 1 to his left. Actually, it's 3 over to his right and 1 to his left. The blitz coming from the Ledgers, throwing it downfield, overthrown and incomplete. James Bone almost had the interception there, as I believe it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's a big stop there for St. Mary Springs as they look to get the offense going at 5:05 in quarter number 2. Cullen King and his offense have a lot of work cut out for them as they're going to see a timeout, or rather not a timeout, excuse me. As we're going to get a 1st and 10 here, working from the 29-yard line. And Ledgers on the offense here. So King had an interception in his last drive as he works with a split backfield. Once again, one receiver out to his right. And he works under center. He puts Highland in motion. He's going to hand this one off in the backfield. It looks like some positive running room there. As we see Nate Miller on the carry. And a 2nd and 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up for the Ledgers. As Cullen King tries to get this offense going, as I mentioned repeatedly. As we see one receiver out to the left and a wing in there as well for King. He puts a man in motion in his split backfield. He takes a snap. He's going to hand this one off, and his back will be stopped right in the backfield. As once again a big swarm. Geartig on the carry. Or Hefner. And that'll be a loss of 2. So here we go. We got a big 3rd down opportunity. 3rd and 7. As we'll have to see what Bob Highland and his offense have muster up. As they have 2 receivers out to the right and a split backfield. King working under center. So he takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, roll out to his right, throw this one downfield. It will be complete over to James Bone, who's going to find a big catch and be brought down on the other side of the 50-yard line, just about the 40, call it the 47. And that is a huge first down for the Ledgers, as they're just trying to get the offense going in this one. So 3:23 left in quarter number 2. As we see Springs with the ball, they put 2 receivers out to the left. And a split backfield. Looks like Hempner's in there. And he was a big back in the first contest. As we see King roll back, throw this one downfield over to the far sideline. And this one will be complete. So a big catch there. And that'll keep the chains moving, as it'll be taken down to the 24. So a big catch. It looks like it may be James Bone again with a big catch. So James Bone doing work here in the final moments of the second quarter, as we have 3:06 now. And 2 receivers out to the right and split backfield. First time we've seen Springs really go on the offensive charge, as this one will be handed off. Not a ton of running room, but a little bit. Highland on the carry. And that'll be about a gain of 5. Rather a gain of 4, they're going to call it. So they're going to call it a gain of 3, actually. So 2nd and 7. As we see the Ledgers break the huddle and try to get their first score of the game here. 1 receiver to each side for King in his offense as he works under center, working from the left hash. Takes a snap, hands this one off. And just nothing for running room, as the flock of Redbirds is back. And it has been good all night. Highland once again on the carry. So a gain of nothing, 3rd and 7. So another big, long 3rd down, as the Ledgers try to get this offense rolling, as they've been ice cold in this first half. 1 receiver to each side for King as he goes under center. And a split backfield for him as well. He drops back, looks downfield, throws this one over to the corner. It's going to be a pass, and this one will be caught. And a touchdown. Sam Baker on the score on a one-handed grab at 1:56 in quarter number 2, as that was an absolutely monstrous touchdown from 21 yards out. So Sam Baker with the huge catch, and that will get SMSA on the board here with 156 in the first half. So a lot of life shown from the Ledgers, as Sam Baker with the one-handed grab, Odell catch. And this one will be kicked up by Rotman. And it looks to be good. So that'll make it 7-24. So chipping away at this big lead are the Ledgers, after Baker with a huge catch from 21 yards out. And we'll take a quick commercial break and be right back here for Radio Plus Sports.
Winnebago, Winnebago. Winnebago Lutheran Academy is different than most high schools.
We have a wide variety of activities to get involved throughout WLA.
The teachers are always willing to help and want us to succeed.
The atmosphere at school makes you feel safe and welcome.
Tuition may seem expensive, but we are part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program.
The most important aspect of WLA is the Christian education that is offered.
Come join our family. Visit us at WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Welcome back to Deforest, Wisconsin, as we saw the Ledgers punch one in at 1:56 in quarter number 2. A 21-yard reception in the corner of the end zone by Sam Baker on a one-handed grab. Absolute beauty. And maybe that one gets submitted to You Got Mossed on NFL Live. As we see the kickoff from Rotman now, as he's going to put this one down the field. It'll be fielded just beyond the 10-yard line. Now it looks like they're going to cut back across on the fake pitch, and now taking it up, it looks like once again it'll be Davis, as he's going to get it past the 30, call it the 31, right on the 30 they're going to call it, as we saw Mowell on the stop. So Darlington gets a 1st and 10 with a $1:48 in quarter number 2, as we have a 24-7 scoreboard here in Deforest, Wisconsin. And just a offensive showcase once again in this one, as we see a shotgun formation this time. 2 receivers out to the right and 1 to the left, as this one will be handed off to Evenstead, as he's going to take it around the tackle, the right tackle. and be brought down for about a gain of 5. Called a gain of 6. As we see once again, the Redbirds come out with 2 receivers each side, taking the snap now and going to hand it off. Or rather, keep it himself will be Davis. He takes it up the middle over to the 50, now past the 40, now running it down the far sidelines. He's going to get out of bounds. And we're going to get a late flag, maybe a late hit here on the Ledgers. As Braden Davis caught me off guard, and I think caught a lot of Ledgers off guard as well on the QB keeper right down the middle. So we'll get the call here in a few moments. It's going to be a personal foul, and it's going to go against St. Mary's. And that will move the ball even further as we have a $1.16 here in quarter number 2. And the Redbirds coming right back with their offense as they have looked good all night and continue to look good in this contest in Level 4 of the Division 6 playoffs. Once again, I'm Johnny Samp for Radio Plus Sports. As we see once again, 2 receivers out to the left and 2 to the right. Man in motion once again for the Redbirds, as this one will be taken out to the outside on the handoff. It's going to be a kind of a jet sweep play. Plenty of Yellowbirds fly. And a gain of a couple. Looks like it's going to be a hold. So holding on Darlington there, and that one will be a big penalty. As Darlington... It's been a pretty clean game so far. I believe that's, we've only had a couple penalties here, but nonetheless, it's been an offensive showcase.
10-yard penalty puts the ball back at the 25-yard line.
So ball will be moved back to the 25. As we see a shotgun formation for Davis. He puts 3 receivers out to his right, takes a snap, rolls out to his right side looking downfield. Pressure coming, and he's going to pitch this one off over to the flat route. And no, Goebel was the one intended, but just not a good pitch and catch there from Mr. Davis. As that'll bring up a second down. So second and long coming up here for Braden Davis and his offense, as they got 59.6 seconds left on the Quest Interior scoreboard. We see the Redbirds break the huddle and get ready to get things going. As we see an I formation in the backfield for Davis as he puts 1 receiver out to his right. He's going to take the snap, fumble it, and it will be picked back up by Davis. Rather, it'll be fallen on by Davis, and that will keep the clock moving as we hit 50 seconds here in Deforest, Wisconsin. So a third and just a bunch. As we see 2 receivers out to the right and 2 to the left. As Davis takes the snap, he's going to hand this one off in the backfield. And not a lot of running room there as this one will be brought down. Horn on the carry as that will bring up a 4th down as the clock continue to run. We'll hit 20 seconds on the Quest Interior scoreboard and we will have a 4th down. Now whether they want to go for it or not, they may just take this half. But we'll have to see as they do call a timeout. So timeout Darlington as we have 8.9 seconds left, and we'll take a quick timeout for 30 seconds and be right back here for Radio Plus Sports.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Contact Bill and Lori Hatch at Smith & Hatch Insurance, 477-2424, smithandhatch.com.
Welcome back to DeForest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp here for Radio Plus Sports. And we have a 24-7 scoreboard as Darlington leads by a plethora. And they look as they got, I believe they want 10 seconds on the scoreboard, and they're going to get it. As we have a 4th down coming up here. So a heavy spread shown from the Redbirds out of the huddle. As we see 1 receiver to the left and 3 to the right. As we wait on, Davis takes a snap, drops back, looks downfield, looks like he has plenty of time, throws one over the middle, and this one will be intercepted by the Ledgers, and now taken over to the far sidelines and knocked down at just about the 26. Josiah Mell on the interception, but that will take us to the halftime as the Redbirds red hot in this one, and they're leading 24-7 over the St. Mary Springs Ledgers. As we'll take a break and we'll be back for the Holiday Automotive halftime highlights, brought to you by Holiday Automotive. But we'll take a quick break here for Radio Plus Sports and be back here in a few moments.
Are you turning 65 and confused about Medicare or unsure about which Medicare plan you should have? If so, then you need to attend the next Gable Insurance Seminar Thursday, November 18th at the Fond du Lac Radisson Hotel at either 3:30 or 6 p.m. Register today at GableINS.com. That's GOEBELINS.com or call 921-7526. Gable Insurance, helping you retire now.
Mishaps like accidents, auto glass chips, and breakage happen. So it's good to know that the new state-of-the-art Holiday Collision and Glass Center is here for you to fix it right and deliver excellent customer care. Count on Team Holiday for expert collision and paintwork, mobile auto glass fixes and replacement, paintless dent repair, and much more. Plus conveniences like drive-through reception and estimating bays. Holiday's Collision and Glass Center, now open on Industrial Drive in Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake-turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops, and buying direct saves you money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Condex Corporation in Elmira is a proud manufacturer of cutting parts for the agriculture and lawn and turf industry. Condex is currently looking to add to their second and third shifts in various roles: assembler, machine operator, and CNC operator. See for yourself what it's like to work in a company that's focused on innovation and continuous improvement. Condex offers a great work environment, including a climate-controlled manufacturing facility. Condex Corporation, 1500 Technology Drive in Elmira. Apply online today at Condex.com.
Hey guys, I just had to tell you about the new credit cards my friends and I got from Fond du Lac Credit Union. Julie is building her credit, so she got the secured card. Mike was looking for a low-rate, no annual fee card, so he went for the classic card. And you know me, I love adventure. So I went for the You Choose Rewards card. Every dollar I spend gives me points I can redeem for merchandise, travel, gift cards, and more. Fond du Lac Credit Union has a low-rate credit card for every lifestyle. Which one's right for you?
Are you ready? Let's hit play. Remember being spontaneous? Let's do that. Get-togethers are back. Let's have lots of those. Still working in your PJs? No judgments here. Let's live for every moment. Let's embrace our health and wellness. And together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Protect and Serve. This top-ranked bachelor's program in criminal justice at Marian University is taught by professors who are practicing experts. Small class sizes are focused on you. Apply to Marian University today. Studying life can positively change yours. Go beyond textbooks with the Marian University Bachelor of Science in Biology program. Hands-on experiences with knowledgeable professors, many career options. Apply to Marian University today.
Condex Corporation in Elmira is a proud manufacturer of cutting parts for the agriculture and lawn and turf industry. Condex is currently looking to add to their second and third shifts in various roles: assembler, machine operator, and CNC operator. See for yourself what it's like to work in a company that's focused on innovation and continuous improvement. Condex offers a great work environment, including a climate-controlled manufacturing facility. Condex Corporation, 1500 Technology Drive in Elmira. Apply online today at Condex.com.
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 cents for the future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on, bristolmorganbank.com.
There's a free way to support St. Mary Springs Academy. Participate in our SCRIPT program to earn rebates that offset your tuition and help fund the operational costs of SMSA. Purchase gift cards for face value and use them when you shop. There are hundreds to choose from. Here's a sample.
Dining out, groceries, flooring, fast food, pizza, school uniforms, clothing, gas, and so much more.
And we're back. Welcome back to Deforest, Wisconsin, as we've had a fun one here in Level 4 Division 6 football, as we are in the Holiday Automotive Halftime Highlights. Holiday Automotive Halftime Highlights is brought to you by Holiday Automotive, worth the trip. And taking a look at some of the plays of the first half. We had a Darlington score from 8 yards out at 6 minutes in quarter number 1 from Evenstead, and then we had another Darlington score from Davis from 65 yards as he took that punt return back, and that was at 3:56 in quarter number 1. That made it 14-0. And continuing on to look down as they added 2 more on the 2-point conversion. That was also by Davis, as Evenstead scored it, or rather by Evenstead, as I made 16-0. And then we saw, once again, Darlington, another score from Davis. That's from 7 yards out with no time left in quarter number 1. That made it a 22-0 scoreboard. And then Davis punched one in for himself in the 2-point conversion. We haven't seen the kickoff or field goal unit for the Redbirds in this one. We saw Goebel with an interception in quarter number 2, and then we saw Baker run for 21 or get 21 yards or catch one in the corner of the end zone at 1:56 in quarter number 2, and that made it 7-24. And then Mowell had an interception late in the second quarter, at about like 20 seconds I have marked, probably less than that. But that is your Holiday Automotive halftime highlights, brought to you by Holiday Automotive, worth the trip. And now for everybody's favorite part of the show, and I know it is, and everybody is very excited for this, and that is Taco Bell Trivia. As we look at Taco Bell Trivia, first one to text 920-471-2260 can claim a Taco Bell prize of a gift card and get themselves some delicious Taco Bell. Our Taco Bell in Fond du Lac has everything you crave, from tacos and burritos to our combos. Customize your order now and skip the line inside. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, text 920-471-2260 to claim your prize for Taco Bell Trivia, which can be picked up at 210 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. So here we go. Here's the question, and it's hopefully going to be a fast answer, as we're going to get ready right now, and here we're going to go. So free agency is occurring right now, as we know, and a lot of big free agency signings, but one of the biggest. And the question is, what team did Odell Beckham Jr. sign with this week, as he was listed as a free agent? If you text that team and text it correctly and get the correct answer, you'll win yourself a delicious Taco Bell Trivia gift card, as I did get a phone call from a random number, but I don't know if that is anybody, as I cannot answer my phone. Text it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, 920-471-2260. So what team did Odell Beckham sign with? And send your name in as well. And we'll call, if we call your name on air, you're going to be the Taco Bell Trivia winner. And it looks like we got a couple texts already. We got a bunch of them, ladies and gentlemen. Let's slow down. I got to look at the first one. And you know what? I'll do it right now. And if I could get, as we do have a winner, I'm going to have to text back for the name. As we have a winner here tonight on Taco Bell Trivia. Thank you for the quick response. I try to make it easy on you guys, as I I know everybody wants to get themselves their paws on some delicious Taco Bell. And I'm just waiting on the name from that person as we have text continuing in. So I thank you. We already do have a winner. And we have our winner. It's Josiah O'Brien. And he's going to be the big winner of the evening and win himself some Taco Bell Trivia gift card courtesy of Radio Plus Sports. So Josiah, go ahead and get yourself some Taco Bell courtesy of Radio Plus. And I hope you continue to listen. All of you continue to listen. So thank you for playing, everyone, and we'll head back we'll take a commercial break and be back for the second half of football. And once again, Josiah O'Brien, the big winner for Taco Bell Trivia here on Radio Plus Sports.
It's news reporter Pepperoni with the latest. We've discovered people all over Fond du Lac downloading the new app to satisfy their appetite. It's the Bob's Pizza app, making it easier than ever to order Bob's Pizza. Got an appetite for pizza? Get the Bob's Pizza app or order online now at bobspizzafdl.com. This is Pepperoni reporting.
Legendary Pizza, Bob's Pizza. For delivery, pickup, and take and bake, log on to bobspizzafdl.com. That's bobspizzafdl.com.
Winnebago. Winnebago. Winnebago Lutheran Academy is different than most high schools.
We have a wide variety of activities to get involved throughout WLA.
The teachers are always willing to help and want us to succeed.
The atmosphere at school makes you feel safe and welcome.
Tuition may seem expensive, but we are part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program.
The most important aspect of WLA is the Christian education that is offered.
Come join our family. Visit us at WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Shepherd of the Hills Catholic School in Eden is a faith-centered community that carries on the tradition of outstanding Catholic education and values.
Everyone here is so positive and nice. My small class size means I get to know all of my classmates, who are now my forever friends. They just make school so much more enjoyable.
Strong standardized test scores for a high level of academic success. Log on sothparish.org. Shepherd of the Hills Catholic School. It's closer than you think. Anders Auto Parts is the place to go for quality auto parts and paint. Anders has been serving the Fond du Lac area with automotive parts and paints since 1956. Anders features PPG automotive and industrial paints, quality auto parts, along with an experienced, knowledgeable staff to serve you. Anders is located at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street behind the American Family Office. Call those who know. Call Anders Auto Parts at 920-922-3390.
Baker Cheese, producing award-winning cheese since 1916. Not only can you find fresh Baker cheese at your local grocer, make the short drive to their in-house country cheese store. Over 100 varieties of other cheeses from the best cheesemakers in Wisconsin. Take Highway 23, go south on G 3 miles, and follow the freshness. Visit bakercheese.com. Baker Cheese, a Wisconsin cheese heritage since 1916.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Is the new crispy chicken sandwich taco from Taco Bell a taco or a sandwich?
It's the fold that makes the taco.
If you don't have a tortilla, you don't have a taco.
Bit of a bread burn there. Good one.
Ingredients stacked vertically, that's a taco.
It's called sandwich taco, not taco sandwich.
You've heard the arguments from both sides. Now, which side are you on?
The new crispy chicken sandwich taco from Taco Bell.
The road working towards financial security can be long. It seems like there are many paths you can take, and not all of them are clearly marked. LedgeVest Financial is here to help guide you on your financial pathway. Our team gets to know you before tailoring a plan to meet your exact needs. LedgeVest Financial, proudly serving Fond du Lac with over 50 years of combined financial industry experience. Go to ledgevestfinancial.com or call 920-581-5700.
Welcome back to Deforest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp here for the Holiday Automotive Halftime. As we've once again got a winner in the Taco Bell trivia, everybody's favorite part of the show, and including myself. My phone blew up, so I thank you for all the participation here tonight, as it's always fun for me to see who's the quickest to answer. I left it pretty easy, as you know, it was who did Odell Beckham sign with, as that was a signing that I wanted the Packers to get. Now, I understand he could throw off a locker room with his ego, but I think we would be better off with him than without him. But nonetheless, we are without him, so we're going to have to hope the Packers can pull something off. And the Rams are looking pretty solid, I got to admit. And they scare me a little bit now, as they just signed Von Miller, and now they got Odell Beckham Jr., they got Aaron Donald. Their roster is basically an all-star team, but I have faith in my Packers. You just got to believe a little bit and hopefully bring some games to Lambeau, because those cold conditions definitely play a factor. As we get ready for the second half of football here in Deforest, Wisconsin, once again a 24-7 scoreboard. And it looks like, you know, in the early going, it was a domination from the Redbirds, and they just continued to dominate. And then we saw the Ledgers come back to life in a good way, as Sam Baker was able to find himself a touchdown catch in the corner of the end zone, and a beautiful catch. Actually, I called it like an Odell Beckham catch. It was one-handed, and I think if you have a recording of that, it looked like it was one-handed at least. It might have been a You Got Moss moment. That can be submitted into the NFL Live, and I think that would be a lot of fun, as they feature a lot of high schools. But it was a beautiful catch nonetheless by Mr. Baker. As we get ready for second half football, we see St. Mary Springs out there as they get ready, and we also see the Redbirds from Darlington, who had a red-hot first half. And the the St. Mary Springs Ledgers are going to be the ones, I believe they're going to be the ones to kick off, if I'm not mistaken. And I may very well be. I do not have the fondest memory of who kicked off. I believe it was Darlington. It was, I get from my board op, Josh. So it looks like Darlington will receive, and St. Mary's is going to be kicking off. Based on the formations, you can also tell that. As we get ready for the second half of football here on Radio Plus Info in the Level 4 of the Division 6 playoffs. And once again, I'm Johnny Samp on the broadcast. And we should have a fun one to close this one out and get somebody sent to state. So nonetheless, it will be Rotman to kick it off, as we see him wearing the 14 jersey, standing right on the X, on the mark where kickoffs are taken. As we see Rotman step back and get ready to kick this one off for the second half of football. And back for Darlington, they got two returners back there, as this one will be, I believe Braden Davis is one of them, as this one will be kicked into the night sky and will be fielded by Evenstead. Now it'll be carried on by Evenstead over to the far sideline. He's going to take it up past almost to the 40. It's going to be down at just about the 30, we'll call it the 38. And it was a good return from Evenstead as they get going on a 1st and 10 with the ball in 38. And pretty much a fresh clock for the Redbirds. So second half of football to start here in Darlington. As we wait on, we see, looks like 4 defensive linemen are going to be present on the line for the Ledgers. As we're going to see, working on a send, Braden Davis once again, as he's going to take the snap, hand this one off over to the right side, and falling forward on the dive was Evenstead. And that'll be a gain of about 8. And bring up a 2nd and 2. So a good run there for Easton Evenstead as they look to try to continue that offensive momentum. And Ledger's just going to have to find a way to stop it here in a brisk November evening. Working our center once again as Davis is going to hand this one off, and hesitation moves, but running it up the middle of the field will be Goebel. And that'll be a first down as the chains look to move, and they will move indeed. As we take a look, as LK Interior Systems in Fond du Lac is now hiring. Want a flexible shift start time? They can work with you. They have several open positions and train. Text 25000 to LK, that's ELKY, or apply online at lkinteriorsystems.com. As we see once again, Davis working under center, takes a snap, is going to hand this one off. It's stopped in the backfield. Not a lot of running room there. As the Ledgers were all over it. Looks like Billy Schroff may have been the one on the stop. So 2nd and 11 coming up for the Redbirds here in Deforest, Wisconsin. As we're just getting going in the second half as we're at 10:30. And once again, Davis working under center. Davis takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to take it himself as he runs around the back and brings it up just past the 45 of the Ledgers. And it's going to be marked right at the 45 as that's where they believe he hit ground. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 4. So Ledger defense looking for a big stop here. They look like they're going to show 4 on the front line. Along with Schrouth in there. Looks like a couple other of Ledgers. As we see Davis go under center. He takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff, take it himself, but he's going to get stopped. It looks to be short. As there's a good stop there, and I believe it's Kaufman on the stop. And that should bring up a 4th down. Or Bulow on the stop. And that'll be a 4th and 3. It looks like the offense will stay out there, and they will indeed, as Davis works back under center once again. And he's going to take the snap from the left hash, as this one will be handed over to Evenstead, and not a lot of running room, but falling forward, and it's going to be short based on the ref spot, so that'll be a turnover on downs. So a huge way to come back out at halftime for the Ledgers as they put up a big stop. And it'll be a turnover on downs. We'll see Cullen King and his unit try to get something going as they are trailing by a bunch. As we see one receiver to each side and split backfield for King as he goes right in between the hashes, working under center. As he takes a snap, hands this one off over to Highland. And Highland's going to be stopped. Maybe a gain of none. A gain of 1 maybe. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Ledgers. They're going to have to try to, I think, change things up a little bit. Try to get scored quickly. They do have two quarters to work with, basically. So breaking the huddle, we see the Ledgers, and they're going to put, it looks like Bone's going to be placed on the left side. And he's going to be put in motion around the back side, and this one will be handed off. Or rather, it'll be kept on the QB option, and it's going to be pitched off to Bone as he goes on the swing route. And he'll be knocked down. It'll be another gain of 1. Or gain of 2. And bring up a 3rd down. So they're calling it a 3rd and 6 here in Deforest, Wisconsin. As we will call it a 3rd and 6 here on the Radio Plus Info broadcast. And now breaking the huddle and putting receivers out to the left side. We see Mowlin Baker over to the left. As we see King go under center. He's got Hempner in his backfield. Along with Highland, he rolls back as he throws this one downfield. This one will be picked off. And Darlington will get another interception, and a huge interception. And that'll be King's 2nd interception of the day. And it looks like, is that Evenstead with the interception? Rather, we're going to get a number 2, and that's Roger Volkening the 3rd. So we see an interception here in the early going in the second half. And it looks like the Redbirds keeping the gas on as an interception at 7:40 in quarter number 3. As that's a big interception, but Braden Davis will work it. As he is the offensive unit, he's going to hand this one off now, running up the middle, and not for a ton of room. Goebel on the carry, and that one will be a gain of a couple. Gain of 2, they're going to call it. So a 2nd and 8 coming up for the Redbirds as they get the ball back on the big interception from Volkening the third. As his name's called for the first time tonight, and a good interception nonetheless. As we see the Wishbone offense taking the snap, now handing this one off, running over to the left side. And not a ton of room. Goebel once again on the carry. And the other back on the other side, Highland on the stop, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And I believe about 4. With the ball on the 39. As we see one receiver head out to the right side once again for Davis. As he goes under center. As he's going to take the snap, he's going to hand this one off, and just no running room there. So the Ledgers get a good stop as Horn tries to carry it up, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And about a 4th and 3. So 4th and 3 coming up here. We haven't seen, I don't believe the Redbirds have punted all night. We'll have to see if they're going to go for it or if they're going to punt it. They've been a very aggressive team offensively. They don't go for extra point opportunities. And they have been doing quite well, though, at it, as they got the big lead. So one receiver to each side. I formation for Mr. Davis. As he drops under center, and he's going to get ready to take the snap. He'll take the snap. He'll fake the handoff, and now take it up himself. And this one looks to be a little bit short. And that'll be a turnover on downs, I believe, and St. Mary's Springs will take back over on possession after the huge stop there. So now we see Cullen King and his unit come back out. So a back and forth second half here as St. Mary's Springs takes back over at 5:33 in quarter number 3. And 2 receivers out to the left for Mr. King. As he works under center, takes the snap, hands this one off, running over to the near sidelines. Levi Hefner, he's going to find a few yards past the 50, now over to the 40, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at right about the 35-yard line. But a good run there from Levi Hefner, and that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Ledgers. As another 1st down means moving the chains, presented by Addison Jones Real Estate. Call Addison Jones at 923-4433. Then call the movers. So Bone and Mowell over to the left side of King as he works with a split backfield once again. He takes a snap. He's going to hand this one off. Now running over to the right side is Hefner, and that one's going to be stopped for a gain of a couple. So a gain of 2 there to bring up a 2nd and 8. As the ball is on the 32. As we see one receiver to each side now for the Ledgers as King goes back under center. Always working from, he's working from the right hash. He'll take the snap. It's going to be a QB option. He'll pitch it back out. And it's going to be a loss of yards there as there is no running room. As it was Highland on the carry, they're saying. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 9. Actually thought it might have been Jonathan Korb, but on the field they're saying Highland, so I'll go with Highland. And I see him out on the field right now, so I'm going to stick with Isaac Highland on the carry. So 3rd and 9 coming up for Cullen King, his offense. May want to look to throw it here and try to change things up. One receiver out to the right and a wing in there as well. As King takes a snap, he's going to hand this one off to Highland, who's running over to the 30. He's going to break a tackle and go all the way down the sidelines. And Isaac Highland will find pay dirt as he puts one in from a long ways out from the 34. So St. Mary Springs coming back into this one as we see Highland running, comes across the offense and runs it all the way down the far sideline for a 34-yard carry and a touchdown. So once again, Highland on the big carry.
34 yards on the run by Isaac Highland.
And Isaac Highland finds himself on the board once again. As we get Rotman for the extra point opportunity, this one will be put up into the sky, and it looks to be good, and it will be good. And that will make it 24-14, so Springs is marching back as they score with 3:56 in quarter number 3. Again, once Isaac Highland on the big carry, and that one's from 34 yards out. We'll take a commercial break after that score and be right back here from DeForest, Wisconsin.
At Camera Casino, we are making magic happen.
If you have a lot of slides sitting at home, we can magically put them on a CD for you. Need a different lens? We can fix that.
If you need something to carry all of your equipment, watch this. Oh, sometimes smaller is better.
Whether you're looking for cameras, tripods, or accessories, Camera Casino can make magic happen for you.
Welcome back out to DeForest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp here, Isaac Highland on the 34-yard carry. And you're watching Radio Plus Sports on our live stream here, as it is the Redbirds still leading after a short kick. This one will bounce once, and it'll be fumbled in the back of the, on the return. It'll be taken right at the 20. I believe Evenstead was the one on the touch there on the kick return. So a 1st and 10 for Darlington. As they break the huddle, head on out. As we see a heavy set in the backfield. Once again, a wishbone for Davis. He's going to hand this one off over to Horn, it looks like. And that'll be a gain of... Actually, it's going to be kept by Davis. And a gain of a couple there, but we haven't seen this Redbird offense score in the second half yet, as they were red hot in the first half. And the Ledgers find a way in, 34 yards out once again from Isaac Highland. So as we see Davis, he's going to keep it himself, running in the backfield, not a lot of room, and it's going to be a pack of Ledgers all over him. Maybe a gain of 1, and that will bring up a 3rd down. So a 3rd and 4 coming up for Braden Davis and his offensive unit as they're trying to get things going here. 2:55 in quarter number 3. We see 2 receivers out to the right and 2 to the left once again, as we see Davis working with 1 man in his backfield as well. He puts a man in motion. That's Evenstead. He's going to fake the handoff and keep it himself. And a little bit of north-south running isn't going to get him there, as Davis is going to be stopped about a yard short. And that'll bring up a 4th down. As they look to keep going for it as a no huddle, as it's going to be handed off, and Davis is going to keep it, and this one will be a stop. So an absolutely huge stop for the Ledgers. Don't know what the play call was there, as the Redbirds tried to roll out with Davis, and Ramaker with the big stop, and that'll bring over a turnover on downs. So I have no idea what was inside the mind of the play callers, but this is a huge opportunity for St. Mary Springs. They can get right back into this game if they put a score up here. And they got plenty of time, as we have 2:22 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. As we see Colin King come out with a receiver to each side and a split backfield once again for him. He's working right in between the hashes, right down the middle. He's going to hand this one off over to Miller. Miller runs up the middle, breaks a few tackles, and he'll take it inside the 15. Make it the 14. Actually, it'll be right at the 15, they're going to say, and that's going to bring up another 1st and 10. So Ledgers in the second half, they're looking good right now as they're knocking on the door once again. As we see Ledgers break the huddle, and try to get things going here. Try to put another score on the board. As we see split backfield, 2 receivers out to the right for King. King's going to take the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Miller once again. And not a lot of running room there. So that'll bring up a second and 8. So again, a 2 for Miller on that carry. And the Ledger's knocking back on the door here. This is a huge opportunity. Once again, I can't state it enough to get back into this one. So we see King in his unit and break the huddle and get ready for some more football. 2 receivers out to the right. King working under center and a split backfield. Once again, he's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Highland. And Highland's going to be stopped with a gain of maybe 1. Looks like more like it's going to be a gain, no gain on the play. So now a big 3rd down coming up for the Ledgers. So a lot of back and forth football here. We knew it was going to be an offensive game coming into this one, but never did I guess it would be this offensive heavy. And now we're starting to see the defense show up on both sides. So 2 receivers to the right of King as he goes under center, working from the left hash. And he'll take the snap, drops back, looks downfield, tosses one up into the air. He's looking for, and a wide open, once again, James Bone. And that's a touchdown, Ledgers. So St. Mary Springs crawls right back into this game as James Bone beat his man. And they're back in it as it is a 20-24 scoreboard as we see James Bone with a huge reception at 28.7 seconds left on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Rotman to do the extra point opportunity. And Giertig to hold. This one will be snap, hold. Kick is up, and it's going to hit the crossbar, and it's going to go through. So it will be good. So 24-21. But St. Mary Springs has all the momentum on their side, and we'll take a quick commercial break and be back here as this game is just getting hot right now on Radio Plus Sports. Welcome back to Deforest, Wisconsin. St. Mary Springs once again really knocking on the door there as we saw James Bone with a huge reception for a touchdown to make it 21-24. As we'll see Rotman kick this one off down the field. It'll be fielded on by the Redbirds. By Evenstead, he's going to play the reverse and hand it over to Braden Davis, who's going to run up the near sidelines, taking it past the 20 and now to the 25. So it's been a topsy-turvy game. First half was all Redbirds. And now we're seeing the Ledgers show up quite a bit and play some really good football here at DMB Stadium in Deforest, Wisconsin. Once again, I'm Johnny Samp on the call here as we see one receiver one receiver to the right and to the left, putting a man in motion. That's Evenstead, as Davis will keep it himself. He'll run right into his own line. And just no running room there, as I think the Redbirds are going to be the ones that have to go to the air, as their offense has been almost stalled out in this second half. So we do have the clock running out, and that will be the end of quarter number 3. But after 3, we got ourselves a ball game here in Deforest, Wisconsin, as we see Darlington with 24 and the Ledgers with 21. But the Ledgers are red hot right now and turning the momentum, and we'll take a 30-second commercial break and be back here for Radio Plus Sports.
Mishaps like accidents, auto glass chips, and breakage happen. So it's good to know that the new state-of-the-art Holiday Collision and Glass Center is here for you to fix it right and deliver excellent customer care. Count on Team Holiday for expert collision and paintwork, mobile auto glass fixes and replacement, paintless dent repair, and much more. Plus conveniences like drive-through reception and estimating bays. Holiday's Collision and Glass Center, now open on Industrial Drive in Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Welcome back to DMB Stadium here in Deforest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp on the call. As we have a good one, 24-21 and 12 more minutes to decide somebody to go to state. As we see both sides getting ready for this final quarter of football, knowing very well if they drop, or this could be their last quarter of football for a couple of high school players in this one. As we see Davis once again working with the wishbone. As he takes the snap, he's going to hand this one off, and it'll look like Goebel on the carry, and that'll be a gain of a couple. And a gain of 3 there, it looks like, and that will bring up a third down and about 4. As this Redbird offense has stalled out and has not looked good so far in the second half. As we see them come back up to the line of scrimmage. And we see working under center once again is Davis. Davis is going to take the snap. He's going to hand this one off. Now running room into the secondary. And it will be close. It's not going to be close, actually. It'll be a 4th down. As there's a even stead on the carry. But it is going to be close. It will be about inches. So a big decision here, and I would have to think that they're going to go for it, and they haven't been successful. And if they run it with Braden Davis, they just keep repeating that kind of cycle. I don't know if that's going to work out for them. They may have to find something else. As we see Davis line up under center, heavy set coming from St. Mary Springs as it appears. And it looks like they're going to all collapse down on top of this. As Davis is going to step up, take a look around. As this looks like a heavy blitz package. A lot of guys on the line of scrimmage inside the box. And Davis is going to take his time here. He's going to keep checking over to the sideline and the sideline. And I don't know. He might hand it off to Horn, but rather it looks like they're going to take a delay of game. So just not a very good sequence of events there. I don't know why Davis wouldn't have called a timeout. As we see the ball move back 5 yards. So that made absolutely no sense to me. I'm sorry, but we saw Davis step out. I thought for sure he'd take a timeout. And now we'll see the punt unit out for Darlington. As a snap, it looks like it's going to be punted away. This one will be blocked, and it's going to be a short punt. It's going to be bobbled down inside to the 35. Good roll, though, and just about at the 33-yard line. And the Ledgers will take back over on possession. And I have to be honest, it seems like things are falling apart here for Darlington. As we wait on here in Deforest, Wisconsin, St. Mary Springs knocking back on the door. They got a very good opportunity here, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in here on Radio Plus Sports Info. As we see, once again, split backfield, one receiver to each side for Mr. King. As he takes the snap, he's going to hand this one off over to Hefner. And Hefner's going to fall forward and get a gain of a couple. Looks like a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a second down. So 2nd and 6 coming up here for, actually it looks like it's going to be marked right at 5 yards on the gain. Yeah, as we see 2 receivers out to the right, King under center once again. As he takes snap, he's going to hand this one off, and dodging a few tackles is Highland, but he's going to be stopped short. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. So Redbirds looking to make a huge stop here and trying to force that punt unit to come back out for the Ledgers. As we see King and his offensive unit walk out. Looks like he's having a little discussion with Highland. And now finally he'll enter the huddle. Huge play here, ladies and gentlemen. This one could be the game almost. As we hit 8:50 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. One receiver to each side. Split backfield for King. Puts a man in motion. That's Hefner. As he takes a snap, he's going to fake the pitch. Look downfield. King's going to throw it over to the far sideline. And this one will be caught by Levi Hefner on a huge reception. And Levi Hefner is going to find a first down and plenty more. And the Ledgers taking over in the second half. Just absolutely dominating the second half as we see the swing route on for the Ledgers, and St. Mary Springs gets a pitch and catch there over to Hefner, and that'll be another first down. As we see once again, King work under center. He's going to hand this one off. And Highland's going to find a carry. He's going to bring it up, and he's going to get inside the 15. And another big offensive play for the Ledgers as they have turned this game around in the second half, and they're just cooking right now. And once again, breaking the huddle, calling King in this red-hot offense. Split backfield, one receiver to each side. King takes a snap. He's going to hand this one off to Hefner. Hefner tries to cut this one up. He'll find a gain of a couple, and that'll bring up a second down. So 2nd and 7 coming up for the Ledgers, as they have been really good in this one in this second half. They had a slow start, I have to be honest, folks, and I thought it was going to be all Redbirds. But now it looks like the Ledgers have a really good opportunity here to punch one in. So one receiver each side, split backfield once again for King as he takes a snap. He's going to hand this one off. And Highland's going to find pay dirt, and a touchdown for Isaac Highland. And St. Mary Springs takes the lead after trailing by a bunch. And just to put this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen, that is at least 21 unanswered points. And with that touchdown, it's going to be 24 unanswered, and the field goal will be 25 unanswered. As we see Isaac Highland punch one in from a good run here in quarter number 4 at 7:27. And Rotman to kick the extra point opportunity. This one's almost blocked, but it will go through the yellow uprights, but there's a flag on the play. And it's going to be an offsides on Darlington. So Darlington and all the momentum going into half pretty much. A late score from the Ledgers. But this second half has been all Ledger football. As once again we see Isaac Highland punching one in. As we see a penalty on the Redbirds. It looks like it'll just move the kick up a little bit. So Rotman will go at it again. And snap, hold, kick is up. And that one will be good. And St. Mary Springs takes the lead as they lead 28-24. And there is 7:27 left in quarter number 4. So a fun finish here from Deforest, Wisconsin, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll take a quick step aside. And once again, you're listening or watching Radio Plus Sports on YouTube on the live stream. And we'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at IntegritySaw.com. That's IntegritySaw.com.
Welcome back to Deforest, Wisconsin. We see Rotman with his right hand up as they lead 28-24. And now we'll see Davis carry it back out for the Redbirds. He's going to get stopped up right short of the 30 and bring it out to just about the 27. But no further. So ball on the 29. Darlington's going to bring the offense back out as they got plenty of time to score, but their offense has been lackluster here in the second half as we see Davis come back out. Working under center once again as he takes a snap and running over to the near sideline and bringing it past the 35. So a good run there to open things up is Evenstead. But that'll bring up a second down and 5. Rather 4. So second and 4 coming up for Braden Davis and his offensive unit. They're trying to get things going. And a long sustained drive could really be a good one for them. As we see him take the snap, hand this one off. It looks like Goebel on the carry. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, it looks like. So they're going to take a official's timeout to get a measurement here, I believe. As we should see the sticks move. I don't know. Yep, here come the sticks. We'll have to see how close it is, as it's right on the mark. And this one looks like, based on the stretch, it's going to be good enough for a first down as the nose does lead. And that'll be a first down for Darlington and the Redbirds as they look to try to keep their season alive here in Deforest, Wisconsin in Level 4 Division 6 playoffs. As we see Davis work under center, wishbone offense once again. He takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off. And a bunch of ledgers in the backfield, but breaking tackles and finding positive yards. It's Evenstad. And that will bring up a second down and a good gain there. And it'll be a gain of 5. Gain of 6 once again, as the clock will keep running as we hit 6:38 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. And we got a fun finish coming up as we see the Redbirds come back out with the ball right on the 45. Davis works under center. He's going to hand this one off to Goebel, now running over to the left side of the line. And once again, a good carry. That'll be about a gain of 3 or 4. 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So a 3rd and 1 coming up for the Redbirds as they try to punch another first down here in Deforest, Wisconsin. Very intense here. Things are rising as we can feel the intensity as we see Braden Davis take the snap, hand this one off over to Gable. He's got plenty of room, and there'll be another first down for the Redbirds as he'll take it inside the 45 over to the 44 with 5:49. In quarter number 4, so a long sustained drive, as I mentioned prior, is what this Redbird team needs, and it looks like they're putting that together. As we see Braden Davis head back out into the huddle with his men in, with his offense ready to go. So ball on the 44, Braden Davis works under center, wishbone offense, right down the middle of the field. As he's going to take the snap, hand this one off to Goebel. And that'll be another gain of a couple, gain of about 3. And that brings up a 2nd and 7. So 2nd and 7. Ball on the 41-yard line. Braden Davis works under center. Heavy set inside the box for St. Mary Springs. Taking the snap. Pressure coming in the backfield. Breaking a few tackles. Evenstead. He's going to run it. Try to run outside the numbers. He's not going to get too many yards. He may get a loss of yards or back to line of scrimmage. As Isaac Highland was on the big stop there. And that will put it at 4:35. Clock continues to run here in Deforest, Wisconsin. as it's going to be a 3rd and 3 for the Redbirds. So a huge play coming up here. Davis goes under center. He talks back into his backfield as he looks to get ready to take snap. Working from the right hash, takes snap, hands off to Gable, who's going to find some positive yards and looks to be enough for a first down. They may have to bring out the chains for this one. It's going to be close, but the chains do lean, and it looks like it will be a first down for the Redbirds, and that is a huge first down, and that's a 1st and 10 for Darlington with 4 minutes left. Clock continues to run. Braden Davis in this offense having a long sustained drive, and they're going to try to keep things going. Once again, heavy pressure shown from Springs as they hand this one off once again, and Gable's going to find some yards just doing the hesitation and running it straight up the middle. And a gain of 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up. 3:30 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. And Redbirds control their faith here. Or control their destiny, excuse me. Under center goes Davis. Split backfield working right down the seams. As Billy Schroff tries to get his man from behind. It looks like he's going to grab the jersey. And Gable on the ball, or the ball carrier. Actually, it's Chuck Keeble on the big stop. And we got a 3rd and 3 again here in DeForest, Wisconsin with 2:55 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. This should be fun closing out here. As we wait on, we see Davis working under center, wishbone offense as he works right down the middle of the field. As he takes the snap, he's going to hand this one off, running into the backfield and falling down, and this is going to be a big stop by St. Mary's Springs. And that brings up a 4th down. So Levi Hempfner on the stop as we hit 2:25 in quarter number 4. And the Redbirds looking to try to get this first down, which would be absolutely huge, obviously, to continue their season. So it's all or nothing here. We have a 4th and 2 with the ball on the 25. If they don't convert, this could likely be the last drive of the season. Braden Davis goes under center. They're going to call a timeout. And you know what? To add suspense, we'll take a timeout on our broadcast and be right back here for Radio Plus Sports.
Is the new crispy chicken sandwich taco from Taco Bell a taco or a sandwich?
It's the fold that makes the taco.
If you don't have a tortilla, you don't have a taco.
Bit of a bread burn there. Good one.
Ingredients stacked vertically, that's a taco.
It's called sandwich taco, not taco sandwich.
You've heard the arguments from both sides. Now, which side are you on?
The new crispy chicken sandwich taco from Taco Bell.
Welcome back to DeForest, Wisconsin. As we're in DeForest High School, I'm Johnny Sant for Radio Plus Sports. 4th and 2 coming up. Ball on the 25. And the season rides on this play for Darlington. Once again, a 2-minute mark on the Quest Interior scoreboard, so not a ton of time. As we wait on, see Davis and his offensive unit come back out onto the field. And here comes the biggest play of the game and biggest play of the season for both sides. We see Braden Davis working on the wishbone, working from the left hash, taking the snap, handing this one off, and it looks to be stopped. St. Mary's Springs looks to stop it, and it's a huge stop there. As we see a couple guys down on the bottom, and St. Mary's Springs will take turnover on downs with a $1:55 in quarter number 4. So Darlington comes up short, as we saw on the stop. Tom Kaufman down in that pile, Billy Schrouth. And this one looks to go back to St. Mary's Springs. And there is still a 1:55 in quarter number 4, but a huge stop there for St. Mary's Springs as they get the ball back and a fresh 1st and 10 to try to take themselves to state. As we see King work under center, he's got a wing in there as well. One man out to his right. And a split backfield as always. He takes a snap. He's going to hand this one off over on the sweep route. And taking it out is Isaac Highland. He's going to get past the 40, now to the 45, and brought down out of bounds. After an easy first down there for Mr. Highland. And it looks like St. Mary's Springs continues to move the chains. As once again, High School Sports on Radio Plus Info is presented by Edward Jones, financial advisors Dan Sprader, Kathleen Tavies, Patrick Elsed, Matt Moses, Jeff Willis, Ben Berchi, and Pam Tollefson. Edward Jones makes sense of investing. So a fresh 1st and 10 for St. Mary's Springs with $1:48 left, and really just trying to burn off this time to get up to state. As they look to do it, as we see a wing in there and handing this one off. Running room for a couple yards, but brought down short. It looks like we're going to get a timeout on the sidelines from Darlington, and there will. And we'll take a 30-second break and be back here for Radio Plus Sports.
Muthig Industries in Fond du Lac would like to wish your local high school sports teams best of luck in the playoffs. Muthig Industries is one of the area's top full-service manufacturers of precision metal stampings, laser cutting, production machining, and turning, tool and die manufacturing, and custom metal fabrication products. Muthig Industries is a third-generation family-owned company since 1965. Muthig Industries is now hiring for brake press operators, CNC machinists, and general laborer positions. To apply, visit MuthigIndustries.com. Muthig Industries, 33 East Larson Drive, Fond du Lac.
Welcome back to DeForest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp here on the Radio Plus Sports call. As we see a 28-24 scoreboard in favor of St. Mary's Springs. And they control their own fate as they have the ball. Or destiny, I mean. With $1:44 in quarter number 4. 2nd and 9 coming up for this Springs offense. As they're trying to punch a ticket to state here once again. King works under center, split backfield for him as well. As he takes the snap, he's going to hand this one off. And Isaac Highland's going to find some running room, and another timeout will be called on Darlington's sideline. As we see their coaches rush right out to the field. And once again, we'll take a step aside and be back.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Welcome back to DeForest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp here on the Radio Plus Sports Info call. As we look on, and St. Mary's Springs controls their destiny. As I believe another first down will just about do it here in DeForest, Wisconsin. 3rd down and 4 coming up at the ball on the 47. As it looks like a split backfield once again. Rather than run a heavier set, they put Highland in the backside. As they're going to hand this one off. Highland's going to find some running room. He's going to take it down to the 30 and to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Isaac Highland with the big touchdown. And St. Mary's Springs has punched their ticket, I can confidently say, to state as they hold a now 10-point lead with $1:31 here in DeForest, Wisconsin. Highland once again on a huge carry, taking it from the 47 all the way down, so a 47-yard rush. And St. Mary's Springs Ledgers look to head to state after that big run. As we see Rotman and the rest of the special teams crew get ready to kick or hit the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. And we have the Ledgers leading 35-24 with $1:31. In quarter number 4, we'll take a step aside for the closing moments and be back here from DeForest, Wisconsin. 35-24 is what the Quest Interior scoreboard reads. As we saw Isaac Highland on a 47-yard carry for St. Mary Springs, and they have just about punched their ticket to state. As they hold that 11-point lead, Rotman to kick this one off and try to close out this final game before the state championship, as it's going to be a little squib kick, and he'll be taken on and dropped down to the floor at just past the 40, probably the 43. And a fresh 1st and 10 for the Redbirds, who trail by 11. As we see both sides head back out onto the field, once again, Ledger's taking the lead after a 47-yard carry by Mr. Highland. And they lead 35-24. As we do get a timeout. And we'll take a quick step aside once again here in Deforest, Wisconsin, and be back here in a moment.
Is the new crispy chicken sandwich taco from Taco Bell a taco or a sandwich?
It's the fold that makes the taco.
If you don't have a tortilla, you don't have a taco.
Bit of a bread burn there. Good one.
Ingredients stacked vertically, that's a taco.
It's called sandwich taco, not taco sandwich.
You've heard the arguments from both sides. Now, which side are you on?
The new crispy chicken sandwich taco from Taco Bell.
35-24 is what the Quest Interior scoreboard reads, as the Ledgers lead. In the final moments of this one, we got a $1.30 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. I'm Johnny Samp, once again for Radio Plus Sports. As we see Brayden Davis work with 2 receivers each side. He takes snap. He's going to take it up himself, as he'll bring it past the 50 and drop down. Should be good enough for a first down. And that'll move the chains. So no timeouts left for the Redbirds, as they're going to work out the shotgun now. Trips right. As we do get a stoppage of play, it looks like it's going to be a timeout taken on St. Mary Springs. And once again, we'll take a timeout here and be back here in Deforest, Wisconsin for the closing moments of this Level 4 Division 6 playoff game.
Make an impact within your community with Marian University's Bachelor of Social Work program. Experience direct client contact from your very first course, taught by faculty with years of field experience. Apply to Marian University today. Explore the mind and expand yours. With Marian University's Psychology Bachelor's program, experience exciting classes, professional conferences, field placements, and a 93% job placement rate. Apply to Marian University today.
Welcome back to Deforest, Wisconsin. Johnny Samp here for Radio Plus Info. As we see the Ledgers holding the lead of 11 over the Redbirds, as we see 2 receivers out to the right and 1 to the left. Now handing this one off and running up the middle are the Redbirds as clock continues to run. As we hit a $1.10 here in Deforest, Wisconsin. Shotgun formation once again for the Redbirds. 2 receivers out to the right. This one will be thrown on over to Goebel, as he'll pass it back over to Brayden Davis on the little, not a reverse, but a little flea flicker. And that one will be stopped down. As we can see the clock continue to run. 55 seconds left on the Quest Interior scoreboard. So Goebel over to Davis, as we have a 2nd and 2 left. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 man in motion. As Davis takes snap, looks downfield, throws this one downfield. High arching pass, and this one will fall incomplete. Off the fingertips of Hardiman. And that will bring up a 3rd down and 2. So 3rd and 2 coming up as the Redbirds look to close their season, as they have been shut out in the second half. Gave up 20, now I gotta do my math here, 28 unanswered. And just a tough game. Actually, they gave up 35 unanswered because they didn't score after the Ledgers scored. So Ledgers came back and dominated the second half, as we see a shotgun formation. And 2 men over to the right, and the flag does fly. False start on the offense. And that will put the clock, stop the clock at 38.1 seconds. Here in DeForest, Wisconsin. So 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And taking the snap, faking the handoff, pressure coming. Now Davis rolls out to his right, looking downfield, runs across the hashes, now over to the numbers, and throws this one in, and it'll be intercepted. And that will do it here in DeForest, Wisconsin after a huge pick. As we see Levi Hempner with the big interception, basically tossed right to him. And Braden Davis had no other option but to throw it downfield. And that will just about wrap up the season for Darlington Redbirds, who had a phenomenal season. And they really showed what they can do this season and showed that they are a powerhouse in that SWAL conference. But we've seen the Ledgers prevail in this one as they trailed by a bunch. And just really good for them to come back together in the second half as we see the victory formation dropping down to a knee, and that should just about do it. As we see St. Mary's Springs will just about walk off the field, getting inside their fans, and St. Mary's Springs has a trip to state as they look ahead in their schedule in one more game, as we will have plaque ceremonies as the clock does run out here in DeForest, Wisconsin, and from DeForest High School at DMB Stadium. So our final from DMB, as St. Mary's Springs takes the 35-24 win over the Redbirds from Darlington. And we'll be back for the Anders Auto Parts postgame show here in a few moments.
Have you ever said, I wish I could retire, but I can't because I need the health insurance? If so, then you need to attend our next Gable Insurance Seminar Thursday, November 18th. At the Fond du Lac Radisson to learn how you can retire now with little or no premium. Register today at GableINS.com. That's GOEBELINS.com or call 921-7526. Gable Insurance, helping you retire now.
Motor repair and replacement, pumps, pulleys, and belts, barn fans, distribution of Milwaukee tools, and more. With convenient locations in Oshkosh, Waupun, and Fond du Lac, WW Electric Motors are your trusted local business for electrical and mechanical apparatus services. Just like our area teams go, WW Electric Motors can make it go too. Over 65 years in the area.
At W&W Electric Motors.
Welcome back to DeForest, Wisconsin, as we see 35-24, and it will be St. Mary's Springs heading to state. Another time for them heading to the state championship game as we head into the Anders Auto Parts postgame show, Ledgevest, and we'll start with Ledgevest inside the numbers. As we see Ledgevest Financial, let them guide you on a financial pathway. Contact Ledgevest Financial today at ledgevestfinancial.com or call 920-581-5700. And once again, that's Ledgevest Financial as we take a look. And we see the 35-24 scoreboard. And the biggest thing was the 35 unanswered points from the Ledgers in that end of the first half and then throughout the whole second half, as the Ledgers managed to mount a huge comeback and absolutely shocked the Redbirds from Darlington. So the BCI Burke play of the game, as BCI Burke is now hiring in different departments and shifts. Log on to bciburke.com as you can apply for a job today. From BCI Burke in our big play of the game, I would have to go with, now I'm going to take a second here, and I'm going to actually give it to Davis on the big 65-yard run and the punt return, as he had 65 yards there. And I want to give a lot of credit to Braden Davis as his season's come to a close. But they played a phenomenal game. It's just the second half did not really work with them. Now taking a look at the Marian University player of the game, as Marian University has many different programs to choose from. Log on to marianuniversity.edu to get started today. And I'm going to have to give this one to Colin King, as he is the player of the game, as he took his team from a 7-24 at halftime and managed to mount a huge comeback and get them the win and get it to 35-24 at the end of 4 quarters and when the clock hits zeros. So I'm going to have to give that to Colin King, as he is my Marion University player of the game. And then finally, we will end with the AirTech presents our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong, and we will carry St. Mary Springs Championship game in Madison, Wisconsin on 93.7 and 1170 AM on Thursday, and I believe that's a 1 p.m. start time, so you can listen to it there. So I want to give a big thank you to my crew here today, as I had Josh, Frank, and Cody switched off and worked together, and we worked really well on the final, I believe, YouTube stream for high school football, as we kind of close our season of high school football and head over into basketball and other sports, hockey included. But I want to give a big credit to them and a big thank you. So signing off for Radio Plus Sports, I'm Johnny Samp. Once again, Ledgers head into state as they take the 35-24 win over the Darlington Redbirds.
This broadcast is sponsored by the following local partners:
Bristol Morgan Bank, Taco Bell, BCI Burke,
Marion University, New Medical Center, Radom & Stone and Landscape,
Baker Cheese, Hopper Silkscreen and All-Star Trophy, National Exchange Bank and Trust,
Everson and Gibbs, Attorneys at Law, Bob's Pizza, AirTech, your Edward Jones Financial Advisors,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Musa Sheet Metal, Addison Jones Real Estate,
Quest Interiors, Anders Auto Parts, Right Way Home Improvement,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Scotty's Auto Works, Integrity Saw and Tool,
Pioneer Pit Stop, Spectrum Call Center, Pizza Ranch,
Camera Casino, Holiday Automotive, Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry,
Bauer Chiropractic, Silica for your home, the Fond du Lac Credit Union,
Moraine Park Technical College, Ledgevest Financial, Fondy Family Dental.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at RadioPlusInfo.com.